Hey Flosstube, welcome back to my channel for Flosstube number 28. Busy week, the usual. Every afternoon me and Ellie sit and stitch, and sometimes that goes on for a bit of the evening as well, so she's got quite a bit done. She's been smoking this week, I swear. Her needle's been on fire. Weather, we've had a really awful week. It's rained most of this week. Today we've got, I think, the tail end of a storm, so all my sunflowers are now bent. Even my what's the name of them trees, eucalyptus trees, they're bending. So it's been a bit, the last 2 weeks has been really weird. Last week it was like all storms. It was really hot in the daytime, and then Monday and Tuesday evening we had some fantastic storms last week. We just stood in the window for ages just watching, and it was like there was never an end to the thunder. It just rolled and rolled and rolled. But like, it's almost like we had 2 or 3 storms around us because it just kept flashing, It was amazing. I love watching storms. My dad's partly to blame there. My nan didn't. She used to hide in her wardrobe. She really didn't like storms at all. I think that's partially why my dad brought us up the way he did, because he didn't want us to be scared. It worked. Anyway, enough about that. This week has been busy stitchy-wise. Not just stitchy-wise, I've had other things I've been on as well. Other thing. I wouldn't say things, it's just a one. Just the one. Anyway, as usual, I got out my Once Upon a Fairy Tale. There's the picture. You get a bit, without getting the window in it, get a bit closer. So now, without turning my tablet, sorry guys, I am here working across this bit here. And this week, don't do that, I have put in, where are we? 1,188 stitches. I am so close to 7%. It's 6.93. This week I will reach that 7%. I swear. I've made it a little easier for myself. I took it out the case. That case is so darn big to hold. I figured I could do this one-handed. See? Sort of. Yes, I can. All this blue, I think it's 695. I like this colour. All that light blue there, I filled all this book in. Doesn't look quite right to me though, because you've got like all these pinky purples, sort of a brownish looking pink, and then it goes into these blues. I'll have to wait and see till I do a bit more, but I've come across, after doing all of that, done all of this down there and down there as well. So not a bad start to this week. Can you please pop that back down there? I know. Anyway, the next one I'll show you. I don't even need to open that. I have the picture. And just to make it easier, when I've shown you mine, I'll show you Ellie's, because I will have shown you the picture. Anyway, I'll put it back in a minute, don't worry about it. So the pandemic chart, which someone informs me is like £27 now or so. Unfortunate. I think there's a few people missed out on the free week or so when it was around. We didn't. Who would give up a chance to stitch a long dog sampler, right? Even Ellie's in love with hers at the minute. So me and Ellie have both started page 1 across here. I've completed page 1. I am now, I think page 1 ends somewhere there, and I am now coming down here. So, hold on, I've got all my threads wrapped up in it as well. Oh no. Constantly having a fight with my threads. Anyway, boom. That's a pin, don't worry about that. I started last week this, and I think it was this, hang on. Let me figure this out. It was this inside row that I'd done last week when I showed you. So since then, no, stay. I've finished the outside row. I've started this bottom section coming up and this top section coming down. I did do the top section first, and I don't know, my brain just doesn't compute sometimes. It was easier for me to go from this side up. I don't know why, it was easier. I just trying to figure this out in my brain just wasn't working. It was probably late in the day. And then obviously I've started this bit up here as well. And I've put in threads, told you. Long dog samplers, 478 stitches this week, so that is now 6.21% complete. And that, I believe, is stitched on 22 count, even weave. Don't quote me on that. Okay, stick that one back in there. Being as I've got the long dog sampler, I'll show you Ellie's. Hers is amazing. She's been on fire with this week. Now, if you remember me telling you, she ditched the whole black. She didn't want to do the black work. It's boring to her. It's all one colour. It's monotonous, even though the pattern changes. I kind of get where she's coming from. So I just gave her my bag of spare threads. Helps if I hold it the right way up. I gave her my bags of spare threads. She just picked, and there was no method to her choice when she stitched. She'd just finish one section, pick a new colour and stitch with that one. And this is what, that light, this is what we have so far. I love that minty green. It comes up really nice on camera. Can you see? Yeah, it's lovely. She did kind of ask me like what I thought about the hearts, because she'd done this one. And then she said, do I do it in the same colour or shall I mix it up? It's entirely up to her, but I said, because I think there's another set of these somewhere, isn't there? Hold on. Sorry guys, I've just knocked you. Okay, perhaps there isn't then. I thought there was. But anyway, if she had another set, I said what I'd do is I'd stitch all the hearts in the same colour. What she did with these bits above was up to her, but I'd keep them in the same colour as each other. I said, and then if you come across another set, then it's up to you. She took my advice. She didn't have to. But doesn't that look lovely? Absolutely amazing. How much have you done this week, stitches? You buried your paperwork. That's a good start.
1,450.
1,450. I told you, she's on fire. She's loving it now that she's changed colours. Absolutely loving it. Just yesterday alone, it was the green, wasn't it? Just the green. Or did you put in some pink too?
Just the green.
She did all that light minty green, this, yesterday. She's doing really well. What percentage did you write down?
2.70.
2.7 now. She's getting there. I am so hot, it's unreal. Let's go. No, we won't do that one. Yeah, we'll do this one. I had a restart. Finally. And I mean finally. Riley's fabric showed up yesterday. Or the day before. Anyway. That was Riley's, if you remember. That was from Tilton Crafts. And it's the Avengers Endgame, I think. And I've started, as I always do, in the top left corner. I put in 483. Thank you. And it's all 939. So far it looks black, but it's not. It's 939. Even Ellie said it was black yesterday, so it's not. But it does look it. So I did grid it just for ease. And I am so much happier with it on 18. But you know what? Because I've got like other projects that are on 20, 22, 25 count, I used to think 18 was really small. Oh my gosh, it looks so big to me now. just because I've stitched on them other 3 sizes, and it's like your eyes get used to it. So this looks more like a 16 count to me, but it is 18, I checked. So yeah, Riley's excited now. That is on 18 count, and actually I think it was about £7.90 something for a 75 by 75 piece, which is bigger than I need, but yeah. Next I have G drive. No, yeah, I knew what I meant. I have been working on my Linen and Threads Mystery Sampler stitch along. I'm on part 6 because I bombed through last month's. Whoops. Yeah. Anyway, this is June's, and there's quite a lot for June actually. And I only started it this week, but don't fall. So far, I've done all of this one. I want to move on to this one next to put my initials in there and the date. But 608 stitches was in that. That's a lot. I'm still loving this variegation. I love the light red when it comes in. It's fantastic. This one's stitched on 20 count. Ada. I had to look. And it's doing fabulously. Why have I got so many threads? Oh yeah. It's because it's all knotted. But anyway. Fabulous. Loving it still. I don't know if you can hear that, but all my stuff over there has just decided to fall over. I had a clear, I had a clear out. I had a tidy up the other day. Quite a big one because it looks a lot tidier than it did. Yes, it does. Don't look at me like that. There's still way too much stuff there, yes, but it looks tidier. And because Ellie's just like been in one of the bags and put the threads back, it's now gone. Anyway, that's it for me this week, isn't it? Yes, now I didn't touch that one. I haven't touched Felicia and I haven't touched the Elegant Geisha. Yours is there. You're just picking up my bags randomly, yeah? Now I want your Christmas one. So on to what, I've already shown you a pandemic, but on to what Ellie's been working on. How many did you put in this week? You have touched it, haven't you? Have you? Go on, how many? How little was it?
77.
That's not too little. She's added another 77 stitches to it. But she's finding the fabric's really hard. The fabric is really hard and stiff. Not hard, stiff. Same as my one that's just come in for Riley. So I think that's putting her off. So I think we're going to get it out after and give it a good crinkle. If you give it a good squish, it softens up. So, what have you worked on since then? Why have you got ends at the front, Ellie? Okay, we'll leave that to her. She does know how to tie in her ends, just saying. Slide across. So this is her this week. What did you put in? This hat?
The Y, the hat.
No, you've already done the Y last week.
Did I?
Yeah, because I said it didn't look like it had been stitched. Yeah. I assume you put these in and this and the little hat. Slow, but she's doing really well, apart from leaving ends on the front. Okay. That's the one she's using the app, Click Counter or something, whatever it is, isn't it, to mark her stitches. She's got a little button that says +5, so every time she does 5, I think she... Yeah, whatever. Every time she's done 5, she'll click the +5 button. She's also, this week, learnt the frustration of you know when you get down to that last little piece of thread, you've only got like 2 or 3 stitches left to go. She got really frustrated the other day. She had 6 stitches left to do and it was like this long. So she had to pick up a whole new piece of thread just to finish them 6 stitches. She was not impressed. Anyway, that's it stitching wise. Did I leave that out? It's not that one, is it? Oh well, yeah. I have been, because I had a sort out of my random pile of stuff. It's a mixture of all sorts in there. It isn't just like one craft. There's diamond paintings, cross stitch, crochet. But it's my organised mess. Anyway, some time ago, if you've been with me for a while, you will remember these little cases that I bought from Aldi. Oh my gosh, quite a while ago now. I think it was last year. Well, because I had a sort through of my stuff, I remembered. And this little fella's come out now. I've spent the last 2 evenings, I think, working on him. Because Riley said when I bought it, I want that. Okay then. So, there is the picture. There's his body. Riley's so impressed. But I am absolutely loving this yarn, this wool. I don't think it even says what wool it is, but it's really silky. I don't know if it'll show on camera. I've bought wool like this before, but from China. And it is so soft. It's like, I think they call it cashmere. It's got a percentage of cashmere in it. It's cotton. And it is so, so soft. Really, really soft. I might buy some more of this. Make another one. Just because I like working with it. It is awesome. I finished up his body last night. I've now got to crochet his head, his arms, stick them on. I've absolutely loved doing this actually. I wish I'd have got it out sooner. I have had to change the pattern slightly just because, well, I haven't changed the pattern so to speak. The pattern tells you to like work around, but then it doesn't tell you where to join because you do these 2 feet first and then you make a 6 chain and join it to the other foot, but it doesn't tell you where. So I had to figure that out for myself by the picture because you figured that the feet point inwards. Good start. The feet point inwards, so I had to work that out for myself. But then as I was going around, you have to decrease at the sides to come in for the body. But they were ending up round here and then right round here. So I had to change it slightly to slip it backwards. Just to get the stitches onto the side where they were supposed to be decreasing and not anywhere else. But he's looking fabulous. And I've also got, you will remember, this one to do as well. I think I've got something else somewhere else as well. Is it a rabbit?
I think so.
So I'm enjoying this. And I figured out as well, I had a problem ages ago. I think it was with the instructions. I went and no, we'll look over here. They've got like X's and V's and A's. They were not simple instructions at all. And I figured out in the end that a V means increase because it's showing you like a V. So from 1 stitch is an increase, and an A was a decrease, and it had just put the number in a decrease, and then it'd say 9x, which means 9 single crochets. Why they couldn't have just put that in the first place? This was so hard. But I'm getting there. I've actually wrote it out for myself properly as I've been going along, so that if I do come to do another one, it won't be quite so hard. But it's been fun. The needle, it's not even a needle, it's a hook. So tiny. It's only a 3mm. It's been so awkward to hold just because it's so small. But Riley's happy. And I might just, if I can buy some more of that wool, make another one for the grandbaby. Why not? I think that's it. I haven't touched anything else this week. I'm pretty certain of it. I need to. I've done a little bit of diamond painting, but really not much. So warm. Anyway, guys, that is it from me and Ellie this week. We look forward to seeing you next Friday when she's done loads more. She still thinks she's in competition with me. Yesterday is a funny story. Normally, as we're stitching in an afternoon, she is terrible. She'll go, how many have you done? I'll say, I don't know, because I haven't. And when I'm in Pattern Keep, I just mark them all in purple. And then I don't click the tick till later on. I don't feel it necessary to know how many stitches I've done. So Ellie will say, well, press the tick. I'm not in competition with you, Ellie. She says, no, I just want to know how many you've done. Anyway, yesterday, I said, I'm not going to tick it because it's all just the same colour. I'm not just going to keep ticking it. She said, well, can I tick mine? I said, no. I didn't expect her to, take me seriously, but she did. She didn't click the tick, and she said, why not? And I said, just stitch, keep marking them off as you go, and then later on, when perhaps you've had enough and you want to put it away, then hit the tick. And I can guarantee you'll be surprised at how many you've done. You'll think it's less than it is. And I think she thought she was in the 300 range. She'd actually done 450 odd, 458, 454. She was really surprised. So I said, well, there you go. But when you're constantly marking off and checking, you're very much aware of how much you've done. I don't think that's a good thing for her. She enjoyed it yesterday when she didn't know, so yeah, we'll see how today goes. We're going to go and get back to stitching now and finish watching our film. If you watch my Rip and Chats, I will see you next Wednesday as usual. I will try not to forget this week. The days are just flying by. The weeks are flying by even faster, so it just, yeah. If not, I will see you on Friday for our regular Flosstube Stitchy update. Take care, stay safe. I'll see you next week. Bye, guys.